the image of teenage boys these days, they say, is that you all are all sex-starved and that your hormones are out of whack. Is that true or false? And why? False. First, I hear a lot of false. Do we have any truths first? Okay, false. Okay, let's start. Go ahead, Tom.
I think it's getting better. I think it used to be that way, but I think now girls are getting aggressive and guys are kind of getting less aggressive. It's getting more equal.
Mm-hmm. Is that true?
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah,
okay.
The tables have turned because nowadays it's like the girls are like, oh, get this guy, something like that, when it used to be the guys on the girls and everything.
Why has it changed if it's changed? What has created this change? Any idea?
Guy has more important things to do, like, girls, like, always just bother him anyway, so.
Do you guys always want sex?
No.
Go ahead. I got a little nods and like, this is a family show, which it is, but that's been the rap before, that the guys are always after the sex. How do you feel about it?
I think.
Go ahead.
They just think like that, but like now, it's like girls want it. Because there's a lot of girls out here, they just want the guy.
How do you know a girl wants it? I mean, does she come on to the guy now? And if so, how? Go ahead, Tom.
She's more aggressive. Yeah. She shows more positive, she touches more.
Like after the first time you're with her, that's when you know.
Pardon me?
Like when the first time you're with her, that's when you kind of know.
The very first time?
Yeah.
What does she do on the very first date?
It depends, like, how if she kisses, like, a certain way and how she, like, comes onto your body. If she, like, starts, showing all this, like, affection.
Like foreplay.
You know that, yeah,
foreplay. Doing foreplay,
Are you guys...
You can tell by now.
If this happens, are you guys flattered? Do you tell them to, like, cool out? Slow down? Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes it's to the point, like, I mean, guys usually do that. They say guys usually do that to the girls. But when a girl does it to a guy, it kind of scares the guy off.
Yeah.
Because I think you don't want that, because she's gonna go out and probably do that with someone else.
Right.
That's something you don't want.
You kind of think lower the girl. If they're gonna do something like that, then you gotta think, well, what kind of girl is this? Like,
if she comes on stronger onto you, you come on to her,
then again, some guys like it because it's like they don't have to work hard like to get.
Right, that doesn't really turn me off. I mean, I happen to be a little bit shy around girls, so when a girl makes the first move and opens up to me, that makes me feel like, but there is a limit as to where you go. And,
so you just get ahead.
You guys are a lot older. I guess you're 15, 16, 17, up to 19, I believe. Where did you get your original message when it comes to sex? Is it in the home, maybe where it should be, the old-fashioned way? Is it out on the street now? Where did you get your message?
Streets and TV.
Wait a minute, streets and TV. Let's go here.
I think just like street, school, friends. You just hear it from just being around.
Especially older friends that talk in school, They try to act
older
cool,
brothers.
It ain't like back in the day where your father sit you down and say, well, this is the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
It ain't like that no more.
Should we get back to that, or do you think, have any of your parents taken
Not really,
the initiative?
Well, I know, like myself, it's just, a lot of guys don't just like talking about that with their parents.
See, I think parents should get more involved with it because now there's so many things out there, diseases and all sorts of things. Kids gotta find out from someone other than friends who don't know any better than they do.
Whose parents or a grown-up has talked to them about sex, about the birds and the bees, and what did they say?
Well, they just basically told me, like, book knowledge, and whereas when you're in the street, your friends tell you, like, street terms. They told you, like, book terms and things that they said in books. I mean, they have the truth, and it's it's good, but there's no but. It's good.
Whether adults have talked to you about it or whether you've gotten the word out on the streets, when you're in a situation, how do you behave? Do you think about it? Do you, like, go overboard? Do you, like play it cool? How do you behave in a situation when it comes to sex? Like, what could happen? Go ahead, Tom. I see you itching up there, ready to go.
I think it depends on the mood you're in. You know what I mean? If you're in a mood, hormone mood, I don't know what to call it. But if you're in that kind of mood, you kind of tend to rush to it. But if you're not in the mood and the girl's in the mood, you kind of push away. That's what, I think.
Go ahead, give me a situation.
I think a guy, like, when it comes into the certain, like, time, I think a guy's going to try and act cool so the girl doesn't think of him as a nerd or something. As a cool
really?
So you got to act like you know what you're doing.
So is it that macho look, that macho stereotype?
Yeah.
What is that macho stereotype? I mean, you guys go out like, yeah, I'm the man.
No.
I mean, what's it like?
Be chilling. Like, if she over your house stuff, you don't just, like, really be up on it. You just be, like, laid back in the chair. Like, just chilling.
Okay, well, you don't agree. Why not?
No, because, I mean, that's like putting up a front. I think if a girl's going to see everything about me from the first time I meet her and everything, if we go out somewhere, she's going to know how I am. I'm not going to try to put up a front for her. I'm just going to be the way I am.
Guys are really different ways. I mean, guys like with their friends and all, they have the macho image and they, talk a certain way about girls. Then with their girls, they can get really scared and everything, and that's girls probably like that better than when they're, bragging and everything. Yeah. But they kind of have to do that just to be with their friends.
When you guys take a girl out, and say you buy everything, you take her to dinner, take her to a movie, whatever, do you expect something in return?
No. Thank you.
Some guys do.
Thank you, at least.
No, some guys do. No, we're going to address it. I tell you what, we're going to address that. We're going to take a break, and we're going to talk about that very same subject when we come back. Wraparound continues right after this. Stay with us. And welcome back to the show. We were talking to the gentleman about going out on dates, and as far as paying for everything, if the female owes you something after that date is over, do you feel that way? Does she feel that way when it comes to your date and sexual behavior? Do you guys feel like you owed something, Joe?
Some guys feel like, oh, gee, since I'm taking this girl out, maybe after I'm gonna be with her a little bit more. But then some guys, most guys have the attitude of well, maybe I could see this girl later after, but not right after the thing. I mean, they don't expect something right away.
Mm-hmm. Everybody agree? Okay.
Some girls are used to that type of treatment. I mean, they expect it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually when you go out on a date, back in the earlier days, before things have changed, women were more subtle. They're not aggressive as they are now.
How do you know? Is this how do you know? Is this something you heard? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And some girls expect to be treated that way nowadays. I mean, you go out on a date, most guys pay for everything. Sometimes they want it. Sometimes they expect that.
Okay.
That a guy expects something.
It also depends, if a guy is say not as good looking, and they're not really as active with girls, they're gonna expect more. Cause if you're you're nice looking, you got a lot of girls that like you, it's not really as hard for you. Cause it's you don't become as shy. And it's just if it comes, it comes, and it's not anything big. But if you're not really popular with the girls, for that first time, it's really it's a big thing. Yeah, it's a big thing for you.
Is sex on the first date important? Do you guys?
No.
No, not at all. Second, third.
It never happens.
Go ahead. One at a time.
It never happens on the first date.
It never happens.
If it does, it's not really a date. That's what the purpose.
Who has it happened to? Okay. And how were you so, I don't know, say fortunate, lucky, or whatever, but why did it happen on the first date? The guys say it doesn't happen. Everybody else.
I don't know. It was wrong, though. I can't get into all that, but it was, it just happened.
You are saying that it is wrong. You're admitting that it was
I admit it now that it was wrong.
On the first date, there's no emotion involved,
No love.
The next day,
Not really,
just nothing happens,
Wake up in the morning and leave.
You say no emotion, no love. Do you guys really know love at this age?
No. You just say that just to get what you want, stuff like that.
Okay.
The girls do it the same way. I love you, can I pair earrings? And stuff
Do you guys do it when it comes to sex and thinking about it? Is it for, say, social reasons, or being in the in crowd, like your buddies doing it, or is it for physical reasons?
Either way. I mean, it doesn't matter unless your buddies are with you while you're having sex. I mean, they're not going to know. You can sit there and lie about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Do you find that guys, or do you find yourself sometimes, lying sometimes, or not telling the truth when it comes to that, fabricating the story, that brings us back to the macho image sometimes.
Why kiss and tell?
Why kiss and tell? That makes yourself look bad, though, if you lie about it, stuff like that.
Because it usually catch up with you.
Because if I told him what I do with this girl, and then he go back and tell the girl, then she'll get up and all up in your world.
You said why kiss and tell? Do guys kiss and tell?
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a situation like were you yourself or a friend?
Yeah, you with your friends, you hanging out, it's late at night, and you so man, what did you do? You well, man, this is what I did. And that's not necessary. That's something that if you have sex, that's something that's private. I mean, you don't have to go around spreading all your business because you never know. It's somebody that'll go back and tell and all this kind of stuff.
It always gets back to the girl.
But then on other
and then she comes to you and just...
But girls, they be telling their girlfriends, too.
Yeah.
So you ain't really all in the wrong.
All right, I got a lot of head. Give me a situation on that. Has it happened to you guys? They told your girlfriends and you've not benefited from it?
I know a couple girls that they were real quiet, and you would all saintly, and they would have sex and nobody would know. The parents wouldn't know. And she would tell her girlfriend, and pretty soon her reputation be blown. You know what I mean? I mean, the innocent ones, the ones that you think don't do it, But the main one's out there. That's what I think.
You mentioned a key word, Tone, reputation. Are you guys concerned about your reputation? When it comes to
I got a nice reputation.
You do?
After the show.
Okay. You wouldn't do anything to ruin it. I mean, do you keep your going arounds quiet? I mean, is
No,
that
not really, because I don't care what other people think.
Everybody else have a good reputation or not care? Or think they have a bad reputation, or is that important?
As long as you know,
As
long as you know the truth inside of you, then that's the most important thing.
The funny thing is when everybody's coming to you saying, "Oh yeah, just call that girl." You got a lot of girls that are like that. They already know the truth because like you sitting home Saturday night, you like, hey, I don't know nobody.
Speaking of sitting home on Saturday night, I did that not too long ago, and I rented a movie called When Harry Met Sally.
Oh yeah.
Is it important to a guy or is it possible for a guy to be attracted to a young lady and not have sex on his mind and not be able to want to?
Yes.
Wait, let me go with a no first, Tom.
I think it's I saw that movie and I agree with it, man. If you're not friends with a girl unless you're sexually attracted to them. I just don't think it happens.
I don't know.
Do you have many girl friends?
Yeah.
Are you sexually attracted to all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. You were speaking the truth here. Anybody else?
I personally think that if you become a friend with a girl first, before you go into a relationship, that's much better. Because you get to know her better, and then it works out better. If you do get involved.
But what is your question? Is it possible to be friends with a girl without being sexually attracted? Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
One
at a time.
Thoughts might come by.
One at a time.
Like it develops. Like you can start out with a friend, and then her personality starts to show through. And before you didn't see her as pretty, and that's becomes attractive.
Exactly.
I think that's the best kind of relationship.
As you become more friends with her, then you become more attracted to her.
All right, I'm going to take it a step further as far as the term sex. Is sex wrong, period, when it comes to, say, the biblical sense or the morals involved? Some people in some circles, of course, frown on premarital sex. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that morally sex is wrong. Biblical sense speaking, I think that it is wrong. But if you look on a scale, on a whole, if you look around you, TV projects it, commercials.
So you're influenced by other outside?
Most people are, yes. Most people are.
How tough is it to battle that? Like, this. How tough is it to battle it? I mean, as you said, you could be in the heat of the moment or whatever. Yeah. How can you be strong?
You have to have a inner strength on your own. It has to be in a position where I know what I have to do for myself.
Yes, exactly.
Do what you want.
A lot of times, and when you're with a girl, you have to express that to her.
But then you get pressured a lot by your friends, though. Also, because you might go out and you're like, next day they'll be like, what did you do, or and you might lie, and then.
The hard part about it is when you're in a group of friends and you go out with a girl and you see that your friend is going out with another girl and you know that they're sexually active and you're with your girlfriend present with them, and then you say, hey, you feel funny. You say, should I have been doing it with her? Or?
Rich, I don't want to put Rich on the spot, but we did a show on religion and you're here and you're Hebrew of the Jewish faith. What are your beliefs when it comes to?
Well, I believe that it is morally wrong for me. But I wouldn't impose that on anybody or make value judgments on anyone else. However, I think what you have to keep in mind is that in the past, people got married at our age and got married even at 14 and 15 when the sexual urge started to develop. So it's increasingly harder now because people are thinking about careers and they're not getting married till their 30s. So, you have the natural instincts and then, the society and all the pressure, so it's more difficult today.
Well, we're going to take a break right now, but when we come back, I'm going to talk about what's more important to you guys, at this age, sex or love, and we want to get back on that subject a little bit, but that's after we take a time out. Wraparound continues right after this.
I tried it once.
Will you do it again?
I don't know.
Have you been hanging around those boys?
Grandma, they're my friends. They like me.
You're throwing your life away. And don't even have the self-respect to do anything about it. Fact is, I care more about you than you do.
I care about me.
Then show it. Sit up straight. Drugs were here when I was young. Bad neighborhoods, crime, and gangsters.
But it's hard, Grandma.
It always is. Oh, honey, talk to people who care about you, like me. Neighbors, your real friends, folks at the school.
Ready for that?
Okay.
We are in this together, for better, for worse.
And welcome back to the show. I'm Ukee Washington. We were just talking during the break, as far as you folks at home, if your television is getting a little steamed up because it's getting a little hot in here right now. So well, we're going to continue right now. And we left off on what's more important to you guys, sex or love? I know Tina Turner did that song, you know, what's love got to do with it? What's more important, sex or love? Can you tell the difference? Go ahead.
If you have just a relationship based on just a physical relationship, it has no basis.
No substance.
If you just have, if you have sex with a girl, and that's just that act. It's not you and her. It's just the act of doing it. It's not you and her. Like you like her, you kind of like hang around.
Just like the act.
So which is more important to you, Joe?
Love,
Love.
yeah.
Okay.
But most of the times now, it's not love. Most of the people, 95% of the time, when like people our age have sex, it's not love.
Right.
It's just infatuation,
Or
that image,
For the macho.
yeah, the image. Or you
That
think
image that
it's
you
love.
did it with a girl.
You think it's love, but some people think it's love, but it's really.
It's hard to control yourself when you're on the spot because sometimes the girl's the one that just really jumps on you.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, a girl like loves you, and then they just say they want to have sex.
Well, what is love? Do you guys know?
To me, it's
Love's when.
love is like when you could go with a girl for like 3-4 years, and I mean, like every day y'all argue, fight, you know, leave, and then come back. When you just keep coming back and everything like that, y'all could curse each other out, but still care for each other.
That's one definition.
When someone has seen all sides of you, seen you happy, seen you sad, seen you angry, seen you bombed out, seen you just. When you wake up, no. But I mean, it's when somebody has seen all of that and they can still say, "Well, I love you." Then that's, you know, that's love.
Also,
Are any of you guys in love?
Not for, you know, like how you act or what you look like, yeah.
What kind of car you
Right, exactly.
Or material girls? Okay.
Right.
Mostly, a lot of girls, and I guess now back, you know, in the old fashioned, it was strictly, you know, nice relationship. But now a lot of girls want you for what you have. If you're, you know, you're a football player on a team, you're a jock or whatever, you're just like, you know, most girls.
They like that image. They like that image. Yeah, they'll go after that.
Popularity.
Right.
Oh, like I'm going out with the captain of the football team or something like that because it makes them look good.
Or if a guy has a lot of girlfriends before and has a reputation of being like a stud or whatever you want to call it.
Right. Big man on campus.
Yeah, then a girl's gonna be like, well, I went out with him too. I guess, you know, that's what a girl.
And that's when they
Or a lot of money.
Say you do get involved with somebody, as far as the outcome or the bad times or that could happen afterwards, the consequences. Whose job is it to use contraception? Do you guys use contraception?
It's whoever's decision it was.
Yeah. I think it's both.
It's a joint decision.
Definitely.
So it does come into the conversation.
I think at this age, it's pretty much the guy's responsibility. I mean, girls, it's more complicated process for, you know, and for guys, I mean, they just have to go to a pharmacy and it's like, it's there. And so I think it's not that big a deal, I mean, for a guy to take care of it, and if he's responsible, he should.
Are most of you guys responsible? Do you feel it too?
Okay. Plus, if you got like a real relationship, if he's got a real relationship, you both could just plan it out, and it's, you know, she'll want you to use contraceptive, and you use a contraceptive.
Is birth control on your mind when you're with a girl? Say if you're in the heat of the moment, I mean, do you say, hey, are we protected here? Do you guys ask, or is it just?
Yeah, I never want a kid.
Go ahead.
I really wouldn't want a girl to be on her birth control because if you might get a disease or something if she's on it. Like, you don't know who she's going to be with, or she does something.
Yeah, sometimes when you think, when a girl's
she's not
on
doing
it,
nothing with another guy.
when a guy uses it in terms of, you know, for
protection, then you know yourself is protected, yeah.
And if it's a girl agrees to it, but if a girl's, like, on birth control or something, you kind of think, well, why is she on it? Does she have to...
Does she have sex life? Why she have
It makes you think.
Especially the pill, I mean.
Well, you guys watch the news every day. Do you worry about AIDS? Do you worry about all the What do you think about it? Because we talked a little bit before the show, let's be honest, and you get in that heat of the moment, and all of a sudden you blank out. You're like, whoa, I'm here. Do you think about it?
I don't think about it.
All right, why don't you think about it?
I don't think about AIDS. I don't really, for real. You know, you think about getting burnt and stuff like that, but like AIDS, you know, you hear about it on TV all the time, but once you with the girl, at that moment, y'all could be talking about it. Because one time I was with this girl.
Right.
You know, and we was having fun and everything. And a commercial came on about AIDS at that time. You know, you just don't really think about it, though. A lot of guys don't. Because once, you know,
I think communication is the main thing.
Right. Go ahead.
Like if you communicate with your partner and, you know, you say, I've been with her or him, you know, and you let each other know, like your previous partners, that's really good.
You have to. If you have your priorities straight and your priorities in order, and you know that after a long period of time, and you've been talking to this girl, she's been talking to you, and you can trust her, and she trusts you, you shouldn't have to worry about AIDS or anything like that.
Right.
Just make sure she's not with other guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Make sure that she's not messing around with no other guys. She's fooling around you like she's a bad girl.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, there's of course AIDS to worry about. There are a lot of sexually transmitted diseases, but there's also pregnancy. When we come back, we want to talk about that. So we're going to talk about pregnancy. We're going to take a break. Stay tuned. Wrap around. We'll continue. Don't go away.
What I really want to be is a dancer. Dancing is my big dream.
Yo, brother, I got some smoke, I got some good ganja. Hey, guys, what can I get you today? A little bit of something to smoke here, okay, mota.
It makes me feel so good about myself.
Come on, fun for the whole family. A little bit of ganja, man.
What do you want?
And I hear the cheers from the audience. And it makes me feel like a star.
I have some crack, some rock crystals, reasonably priced. Hey, little girl, what can I get for you?
Dreams can come true, right? I hope so.
The show, judging from the conversation in the studio, it seems that the young people, young men of today are under control when it comes to their sexual desires, but there are those who deviate from that, and usually pregnancy is a result. You guys feeling when it comes to pregnancy and how much it worries you, if it worries you at all? Okay.
Yes, pregnancy is a big issue. I mean, I really feel that it's one of the most scariest feelings that any young male could have for both partners, really. It's very scary because you're thinking you have to tell parents, and what do your parents want to say? The scariest part of it all is facing your parents and telling them that.
Could you face up to the responsibility at this age?
No,
There's a lot of alternatives you could take other than, you know, having an abortion.
If your parents support you on it all the way, then it's much easier that way.
Well, if they don't,
There's
Wait, one at a time. Okay, go ahead.
There's certain parents that won't take to throw their kids out of the house because they went and got their girlfriend or just a maid or whatever and pregnant.
Do you guys know anybody, without any names, do you know anybody that's happened to? And what happened in that situation?
They had the baby and then they put it up for adoption.
Okay, that's one of them.
A freshman girl had a baby.
Yuki's great clothes are from Chameleon in the gallery and the Cherry Hill Mall.
And some girls, that's not funny. Some girls play with that. I had a friend, the girl called him up, was like, well, I think I'm pregnant, it's your baby. That's not funny.
Yeah.
That's something that's not funny.
Some girls would joke around like that.
Why do you think females do that? Or if they do it at all?
Just to get you wrapped on.
Okay, one at a time. Okay, go ahead.
Just to get you wrapped on, like, for you to stick with them for as long as they want. They think, if they tell you that they're pregnant and it's your baby, I think like you have full responsibility for them.
Sometimes they tell you to test you to see how your reaction would be.
Yeah,
to see
how much you like them or right.
To see if your manifestation is really true. You know, respect in that relationship.
You leave her or you stay with her and take the full responsibility, or you know.
One at a time. Pretend I'm a female. I just called you and said, I'm carrying your child. What do you tell me?
What?
What?
Okay.